Hey everyone, sorry for the long wait if anyone was waiting. um,
I was. JK.
well, welcome to my 40th Horror Show Entertainment Watches video. Today, me and Obscure Media are watching Rambo 3. Say hey, Obscure Media.
I want my country to love me as much as I love it.
I said it more in Japanese than it was Stallone.
True dat. Don't worry, that was fake.
So we're going to be watching Rambo 3, and then we'll probably be done by like 1 o'clock in the morning or 1:30.
I'm okay with that because this is a really shitty movie.
Actually, let me do the math real quick. Yeah, like 1:30.
Shit, buddy.
Right,
I'm okay with that.
And Gunshot Duram is back. Hey, how's it going?
Hello, Gunshot.
Like,
oh.
All right.
This movie has a lot of gunshots.
I should have done 3 because it's Rainbow 3, but you know.
Yeah, too late now.
Oh, I forgot to put the movie in.
Brian, you had all our charm.
Shit.
We're gonna downvote their video or your video for you.
Hey. I love the shot they have of Rambo just shooting in here.
Right.
It's like, imagine if he took a pick at the gun and he's like, I didn't do anything.
I didn't do anything.
Oh my god.
Good Lord.
Good Lord.
Too good Lord for school.
James Marks Trailers is back. Sup?
Hello.
I'm trying to figure out, because every time I play the movie, or I put it in, it says cannot read, but then it works just fine. Why is that? All right, I'm all set. Oh, before we start, do you want to change the frame rate?
I took a look at that. There is no option to do that. So whatever happened yesterday, I'm kind of confused. But I think, how about I do the countdown and start? Just see how it goes.
How dare you? Oh, it's fine.
Ha ha.
I'll let you do it because it's the 40th episode.
Ooh, lucky me, lucky me.
All right.
So, I guess I'll do that.
So let me know. Just do the 3, 2, 1, go.
I shall do that. So 3, 2, 1, go.
It's a horsey.
Hi, Italian stallion.
Hey, that's probably what it should have meant.
Why didn't we think of that last video?
I don't know why.
Haha.
It's the trifecta star of the Rambo series.
True that. It's also the worst of the Rambo series.
Is it Kenko or is it canon? No, it's not canon. It's Kenko, I think.
I was gonna say there's no way this is a canon movie.
Yeah, Carl.
I was gonna say there's absolutely no way this would be a canon film because it's a bad movie. It's a bad movie, but it had production values. We're going back to the old school font once again. To survive.
Rambo 3. 3 times the bow. Oh, there we go. Start off with the American flag, don't you? And Thailand, nonetheless.
Pretty much. This is shot at a high frame rate too for me.
Yeah. Richard Crenna.
Hi, Richard Crenna.
Oh, it's just one of those things where they have the kid walk out and blow up. Oh, no. Did they do that back then?
I think there were some movies that did.
I think these are 2 different areas that they're filming in.
Really?
Like he's watching Rambo. Yep, and then Richard Crenna is making his way towards Rambo.
Yeah, buddy. Because he's gonna be like, John, help me. Help you what? Help me go shoot more people. No, I like peaceful life, thank you.
You know what's funny is his hair gets longer with each movie, but in the Rocky movies, it's kind of like
the opposite of that. This is weird. I'm not getting audio.
You're not getting audio?
For the movie, anyway. That's weird. I don't know why I'm not. Just keep rolling. We'll keep rolling.
All right, his hair is mad long in this movie. For like Rambo's stature.
No, not really. Rambo. He's getting ready to fight.
I love that turnaround.
He's gonna go kick some major ass because he loved fighting so much before.
Sure.
I actually thought the scene was pretty badass.
Yeah, the street brawl, but except for a street, it's like little beyond Thunderdome or Thunderdome kind of area.
Yeah. Movie, why am I not getting audio?
Ooh. He's got them sticks.
He's gonna stick it to him.
Yes. Look at all those playing cards. Oh, that's actually their currency. Oh shit.
They're in a very rich country, if you didn't know. But this movie, like, it furthers the cheese of Rambo First Blood Part 2 even more somehow.
Yeah.
Like, I can't really explain how, but
I like that music here. Boom, 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 boom,
boom, boom, boom, boom, boom. I'd like it too if I could hear it. Rambo. Hi, Rambo. Kicking ass and taking names. So I'm not going to tell everyone that I closed the program, and I'm going to play the movie again to see if I get audio this time. Don't pause it. I'll find my way back. Don't worry.
It's a long road.
It's a long
but I'll find my way back.
It's a long asshole. And it's shitty as shit. The hell? What the fuck is going on? Why?
Ooh, this is like a Rocky montage, except for it takes place in Thailand and they have sticks.
Pretty much. Like, I know I'm not watching it, but I do remember the scene super vividly. From like I watched this movie once and then never again. This is like the second time I'm viewing it. Why the fuck am I not getting audio? The hell?
Jeez.
Jeez us.
Boom, 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 boom,
boom, boom, boom, boom. Viewers, this is called professionalism. I actually took the disc out. I'm gonna put it back in. I don't know why the fuck audio's not working. It doesn't make any sense. Nothing's wrong on my nothing's wrong on my audio mixer. Nothing's wrong with. Wait, what the hell's going on? Doesn't make any sense. And it hurts when it doesn't work at all. When they draw first, but that's just the fart of it.
Sitting this on.
Yeah, buddy. First fart. Rambo. Hi, Rambo.
Rambo boo.
Rambamboo.
Red
So
bamboo.
Brian, commentate over the film while I'm fixing my issue.
Richard Crenna is screaming for John to come over, but Rambo does not hear him apparently. The associate producer is Tony Manfu or Manafu.
What the fuck is going on?
Music is again by Jerry Goldsmith.
I love him, but I can't hear him.
No. Now they are driving towards Rambo's home. Richard Crenna is, I mean.
Richard.
That's got a lot. There's a lot of steps in that last shot. I like it how they're still saying characters based on David Morrell's story, even though this is the furthest from David Morrell's story.
Oh yeah, it's easily the furthest. And guess who has audio finally?
I'm at the part where he's working on the roof or working on something, banding something together.
Do you have a time slot?
Yeah, 9:10.
9:10. Gotcha. I have it at 9:40 now because you're probably up to that now.
I just pause and I'll tell you when it reaches 9:40.
Okay. And now the program's actually showing my
9:40.
These photos. Afghanistan, that's the country they're in.
Yeah.
I'm very sorry for that, viewers.
What'd you say, Iraq?
Oh no, I just kept saying Middle East, even though I know that's not a country. Invading Russian armies. This guy with the giant forehead has a cool voice. He's literally a fucking egghead. Like, what planet did he come from? He's a fucking alien. I'm sorry, I'm a jerk to whoever this is. I like Rambo's clothes in this scene.
Yeah.
Finally being able to hold their own. But he's not Steven Berkoff.
He's not Charles Bronson.
Oh, he better not be. Charles would kill every action movie hero. 2. What's that got to do with me? Hey, he said that before in Rambo First Blood Part 2.
What did he say?
He said, why me? Why am I special? My war's over.
Are you at that part already?
Yeah. Look who's ahead now.
You just pause it for a minute.
Yeah. This is not a mess already. As long as the viewers are entertained, that's what's important.
Yeah.
Tell me when you get to that part. Where is it?
After he says,
my war's over.
My war's over.
My war's over.
What's that got to do with me?
What's that got to do with me? Well, you're a good fighter, dumb fuck. Why else would they ask you to go on another mission? Because you're a fucking badass.
He just said my war's over.
Cool. Thought you said he was this great soldier, huh?
Pause for 3 seconds.
All right.
Looks like we got a long walk down those stairs.
Pretty much.
Like they walked all the way up and they go all the way back down empty.
For no reason. For absolutely no reason. Come on, Troutman. He's finally happy, at least according to himself. Why do you got to bring him into this?
That was a couple years ago.
Apparently, it made such a big difference that before they even went, the war was over. That's a big difference. But I like it. I like. We hear the iconicness of Long Road. So, like, this scene would be a lot more impactful if Stallone was allowed to act. But he's Rambo, so he's not. This doesn't seem like something Troutman would say, this whole story. Like, it really doesn't seem like something his character would say.
No.
And, like... so... Tripped away. That's so fucking, like...
I like how he has the knife mark from the last movie, except for the knife mark was at a different angle.
Yep. At least they tried.
Yeah.
It's like, I get what Troutman's saying, but it goes against what the other films stood for completely. They were like, oh, no war. Like, oh, violence is bad for people. Bad. And now it's like, you're a soldier, you're nothing else, and you have to go back and kill people again.
No, please, God, no. Oh, there's the...
So, like, why would they just change their message completely?
You know,
for the convenience of the plot, that's why.
Ben Grimm is here. He says 2 in a row. I know. I'm already tired.
Well, Brian, you have enough coffee, right?
I almost have half of it gone.
I'm a fat ass and I have a mocha whoopie pie. This is a nice shot on the roof.
Yeah. He never draws first blood.
They do first
Ben Grimm actually has a good idea. He says we should watch the Conan movies at some point.
Oh, I would love to. I just need to get them.
Oh.
There are a lot of movies I need to buy and own.
Here's the question, though. Would we include Red Sonja as well as the remake with Jason Momoa?
I would ignore... we did the Death Wish remake.
Yeah. I was going to say ignore. Remake. I know it's dumb, but I like it.
Well, Conan itself is kind of dumb. Like, they're very self-serious stories. Like, I'm talking about the comics and books and stuff. The books that they're based on and everything, those, when you think about it, they're like complete fantasy. Like, could never happen, you know?
Yeah. That guy. Oh!
I always thought this movie was interesting because we see Troutman in, like, on the field, which we never saw before.
I thought that too. I was like, oh, he can actually fight.
Oh, yeah. Like, that was something I legitimately enjoyed when I first saw this movie. Blood. This movie's violent.
It's another Apache helicopter.
Oh, no.
You cannot escape us.
Yeah.
Drop your weapons.
We are Russian. We're Russian and we're bad because it's the 80s.
Oh, Ben Grimm says he's watching Mandy right now, the Nicolas Cage movie that came out recently. I haven't seen the trailer yet, but I've heard it looks insane.
I didn't know Nicolas Cage still had a career. Guess who has to walk up those tall stairs again? It's a long stairs. I think it's really weird that Rambo comes here, but like I get it because where the hell else is he gonna go? Because no one in America likes him,
And no one in Korea likes him. It's like, what the fuck?
right? No, but even he even said in First Blood he couldn't even get a job anywhere. So like,
Yeah, at least this business suit guy isn't like a douchebag.
mm-hmm. Which is different.
Yeah, see, like here he tells him that if he's captured, they can't rescue him. Unlike the last one where they promised to rescue him and they didn't rescue him.
Oh yeah.
Like there's no sugarcoating it in this movie. Like he is direct with them.
Oh yeah. I'm used to it.
I like how he just tapped it a couple times and that seemed to fix it. The
right?
wheel. It's like what?
Uh-huh. This goes back to First Blood 2's way of rushing the mission, where they just say something and then it just happens. There's like no build up to the mission or anything.
Yeah.
Unless you consider this build up.
Well, this took a lot less time to get to the mission.
Yeah.
I mean, it took a lot more time because the second movie took like 10 minutes.
Right. This is roughly 20.
Yeah.
But like, are they playing "It's a Long Road" on these Middle Eastern instruments?
They fucking are.
Do they even know what subtlety is?
No, Jerry Goldsmith.
That reminds me of.
Pounds.
It actually reminds me of Octopussy again, because there's a scene where he goes to India and someone's playing the Bond theme on the flute. It's like subtlety gone. You have guns. I'm Rambo. What does that mean? It means I am guns shooting.
I like this scene because he's like, they're only going to send you in?
Uh-huh.
I love the line where he's like, you don't look like you have ever fired a weapon before. Fired a couple shots.
Yeah, just, his definition of a couple is over like 20 million shots.
Yeah, I like how they have those prosthetic legs for people in there.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, something about this actually feels like a place you'd find in some shady market. Hey, he has sweat on his back. More detail. You want another leg?
You want another wife? Is that what you said?
I said, do you want another leg?
So do you want another wife? Like, when was he married?
Huh? How does he not look like a military man? I just thought.
He's got long hair. Looks like he was in a porn movie first, then a new guy's face pounded him.
Yeah. Oh no. Hashtag best supplies.
It turns blue.
He's shocked. Just me. What year is this? 89?
I think it was 88. Let me check. Yeah, 88.
Oh. I love how his shirt is
So
the
here it is.
same color as his pants. No experience in war. He'll never go home. I actually like that. I did think it over.
That sounds familiar.
Doesn't it?
Oh, they got the spy.
It's basically what his life is. Brian,
Yeah.
this movie's really boring. I'm sorry.
It gets good. There's actually a part that's pretty brutal too.
Yeah. I don't know what it is, but this film doesn't grab me like the other three.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It just doesn't.
Well, he plays chess. He must be a sophisticated man.
Pretty much every action movie ever, signaling his guys away and like playing chess by himself. My name is Russian person. I'm Russian. I'm evil. I'm in an 80s movie. No, but Troutman in the field is like something I love. That's like one thing that like I give the film props alone for that concept. I guess I just feel like it's the most unnecessary movie ever.
Oh, there is more unnecessary movies than this. Have you seen Halloween Resurrection?
Oh yeah.
Well, you know what that happens? It happens in that one, right?
Yeah.
Have you seen it or
no? But I've seen spoilers and stuff.
Do you want me to spoil it or?
Nah.
All right. Well, if you
Wait
want to talk
for
about
Halloween retrospective.
Yeah, if you ever watch Halloween 7, which is H2O, and then watch Halloween Resurrection, you'll know the meaning of the word pointless movie.
I'll definitely watch them back to back.
We should watch them all. We should watch them all.
And the new one.
Yeah, you know what we should do? We should start watching them in October. And then just
good idea. I've never seen I've never finished Halloween 2. I've never seen H2O. I've never finished Halloween 3. I've never seen Halloween Resurrection at all either. I saw the Rob Zombie movie.
Yeah. They have the whole set at like Walmart or something. I can pick it up if you want.
Oh, sure. I'll pay you back for it.
All right.
Wait. That's kind of hypocritical because the movie has a war message. That's another thing. Since Troutman actually has stuff to do in this movie, he's giving a better performance.
Yeah.
The word war is used so much in this series that it feels like a comic booky word now.
What, roar?
War, like W-A-R.
Oh, war.
Yeah.
Yeah. War.
I am the law. No. That's like a cringy line.
So we've gone from tanks to Apache helicopters to horseback.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Hey, again, like Call of Duty, because Black Ops 2 went to horseback.
At least that's interesting. Like it's not all like back in Civil War and stuff, they'd use horses instead of tanks. And
yeah.
So,
like, I think this is a good example of an action movie using another terrain and another culture well.
Oh, so now
horses.
Look who thought this movie was pointless. Oh, that's a nice matte painting.
It really is. I agree with that. It's pretty good looking shit.
Like it looks like it's actually there.
Right.
But you can kind of tell it's a matte painting, but still.
Yeah, you'd have to think about it and know that they do that.
Yeah. Yeah, some people are like, oh, that looks so amazing. How'd they get that shot? It's a matte painting.
You could say special effects. Brian, we're already a half hour into the movie.
I know, right? You said it was super boring, too.
It, like, is, though. It goes by fast, but what's happening isn't remotely interesting to me, except for like the Troutman stuff.
I kind of like it. I haven't seen this movie in a long time, so
Well, hey, my tune could change.
yeah, I like later parts of the movie where they're in the prison. I think that was pretty cool.
I do agree with that. Like the part where he gets the fucking bullet out of his leg and stuff. I think that's pretty
That's what I was talking about, the
interesting.
brutal scene where like he has to put gunpowder in it
Yeah,
and then lights it to cauterize it.
and then like at the end, fuck him.
Yeah, fuck him. There's just him and Troutman taking on the whole fucking army. It's awesome.
Right.
And then the freedom fighters come out. Oh shit, I spoiled it.
No spoilers. Don't worry. Everyone in the world has seen Rambo 3.
Yeah. I should just put like a spoiler warning at every full movie you watch.
Yeah. So before we watched this, I was telling you how I don't like this movie's forcing of their culture on you.
Yeah.
And I was saying, like, I don't mind learning about other cultures. That's awesome. But they halt the plot and slow down the story just so they can play some football with a leg. And that's like a huge no no.
Well, I think that's like the only part, really, because the rest of it feels like it's integral to the plot, like it's being
I was gonna say
introduced.
like this. They use the caves later, but this is like interesting too. Like they're showing you what they did. They would like travel through caves and they would use horses, obviously, but like I think using their modes of transport and their modes of combat or forms of combat, I think that's a good way of showing the audience that because that's what the movie's based on. It's based on war. It's based on action. But then they stop this movie where they're trying to he's trying to save his best fucking friend and like someone who's like a father figure to him and he stops for an hour to play fucking football.
I have to give Richard Crenna credit though, because he was 60 something when he filmed this movie.
Oh yeah, and he's giving away like this is his strongest role, I think.
Yeah, they have him hoisted up and shit.
Like for real, yeah.
Yeah.
He looks good for his age too. In your ass. And again, it's cool to see him in the field and him in combat because we never saw that. Yet he was the guy who even trained Rambo.
Yeah.
Like I do give them credit. Like this is all cool stuff. Like I'm not denying that.
Oh, seriously, he betrayed him? Wow. Wow.
Wah, wah, wah. Don't worry, it's unloaded. What do you call it? I will say, I know I said it was kind of boring. It's not as boring as I remember it when I was a kid.
Well, yeah, because we're not watching it by yourself. I can see this movie being more boring if you just watch it by yourself.
I did watch it by myself the first time, and I was
Well, I
like,
did too. Oh, I might
I
have watched it
had
with my brother actually.
I had to force myself to finish the movie.
Huh.
John Rambo. John Rambo. No. But like um I forgot what I was gonna say. I don't know, it's just like the more they get away from the first blood formula, the less interesting the films seem to me.
Yeah, there's a line in this movie that I think is like the most badass in the whole entire series, where he's like, um, "Who is this God, John Rambo? You act like he's a god." He's like, "No, God would have mercy. He won't."
Yeah, I remember that line.
That's so fun. There's a lot of good lines in this movie, I feel.
Yeah. I mean, maybe I did boost up my hatred of it a bit too much. Maybe I'm underrating it, but
Yeah. I mean, it's an action movie. It's not like it's a like some really deep, thought-provoking movie that they're really trying to force a message. I mean, they
that's the
work.
thing for me. That's the thing for me though, because it feels like they were, and it didn't work.
It feels like they were, but they weren't at the same time for me. Like they were still trying to tell a story while having
Yeah.
a message.
And like, yeah, exactly. And like, while I'm watching this movie, like even now as we speak, I actually feel the balance and I feel the tug of war between the two tones. Like I
Yeah.
can physically feel that happening because now we're getting story. We got a little bit of action. We're gonna get more like and it feels balanced to an extent.
Yeah, which I think works in its favor. I mean, this is the worst rated movie of the Rambo movies too.
And it
Like,
deserves it, but I don't mean that in like it's so shitty way.
yeah, like IMDb rates the first one like a 7.7 out of 10.
Fuck them. It should be like a 10.
It should be like an 8 at least. And then
At least an 8, yeah.
the second one has like a 6.4.
I can agree with that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the third one has a 5.8.
I think I actually agree with that too.
Yeah, and I actually let me look up the fourth one. The
Yeah.
fourth one has a 7.
I can agree with that too.
Yeah,
I agree with everything except for First Blood.
yeah, I think it's a way better movie than people give it credit for sometimes.
Oh yeah, I think it's one of the best movies of the 80s, like no doubt.
Yeah, or at least best war movies of that time,
Yeah.
or action
Like
action war, not like war itself.
true. I guess part of me feels like even though they wanted to have a message, it doesn't feel genuine because there is just normal movie stuff in it, so it kind of feels like let's make money, which is
I
what
like how
movies are made
I
for,
like
but
how he's speaking English, but not all of them probably do.
right? Like I think this stuff's cool. Like when they were showing the camp and showing the damage the Russians did, and like
Yeah.
this stuff, it's like fine. Here, here. I do not think you go this way. We are only this.
More people will die.
That's literally what happens too.
What?
How he's like, more people will die.
No, he said that then you will die. I think he's like, then I will die.
Right.
Or maybe are you thinking about a part earlier than that?
I think so. I'm John Rambo. I wear jean jackets in the middle of the fucking desert. My name is Basud. This is a huge difference in time too, if you compare what it was like back then to now.
What do you mean?
Like the location.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, the credit song in part 2. The credit song here is actually like super badass, like chill at the same time. Fight the next generation. There's the film boosting itself up. It's like no one sees it or reads it in the newspapers.
Right.
So the film's like, look at us, we're talking about it.
Yeah, like a 2-minute monologue.
Yeah, it's like sucking itself off.
Yeah.
Like, you know how in 4 they were like determined to show how things were in Burma?
Yeah. It was actually a lot worse than on the other movies showed.
Oh yeah. I think it was way more successful with that than this is here because this movie feels very preachy.
Yeah, it's also got a massive budget. I think this was the biggest budgeted movie of the time.
I can see how.
Yeah, let
I
me
can
take a
definitely see
look. It
how.
was like 50 or it was $63 million.
Shit.
It's still that's not much today, but back then,
Oh yeah, it was.
yeah.
Um, I do think part four was way more successful with its message because it wasn't preachy. It just showed what happened and let it happen. And I think that's way more shocking and effective because no one's telling you, oh, how horrible it is without showing how horrible it is. And this
Yeah,
movie's just telling you how horrible it is. And then it shows you glimpses of it, but it doesn't really go deep into
and it
it.
shows that like if any normal person tries to help, they can get killed very easily. Like a whole like there's like a group of like 10 people that go in there, and then like more than half of them are slaughtered with the whole entire village. They don't care who you are.
True. But it's almost like the movie's like, look how horrible this is. Then it happens. Then in part four, horrible shit just happens.
Yeah.
I think it's just more effective that way.
I like he has how he has the necklace of the girls from the second movie.
Oh yeah, he does. I actually remember seeing that when I was a kid watching it, but I didn't like I forgot about it now.
Yeah, you know
I
what's
think that's
funny?
actually a nice touch.
It's accurate because like kids in that back like in those countries they always ask if they can have something because they don't have anything.
Oh
So
yeah.
it's like it doesn't hurt to ask, you know.
Oh yeah, exactly. And I think it is good of the film to do that. That's like one message I agree with because we're all such brats here for the most part anyway. I guess not from, I don't know, the statistics, but I feel like a lot of us here are brats and then
Yeah.
kids like overseas like this that are just forced to fight and put their lives on the line and like, you know what I mean? And we're
Yeah,
just like
there's
safe here. I think we just kind of take it for granted in this film.
oh
I
yeah.
think this film does a good job, at least at showing that aspect of it.
Yeah, there's a difference between asking if you can have something and you have all the stuff you already don't need, and
Yeah,
then there's asking for something when you have nothing.
exactly. Like that's more of a subtle message this film has, and I think it works.
Yeah, it's barely even touched upon, but I think it works.
Yeah, I think that's when a message is better when it is a little more subtle.
Yeah, but even like nowadays, I've seen videos where like they have security cameras on a village,
Yeah,
and you can see like villagers going up to people and just sneaking their stuff out of their pockets or punching them and then stealing their shit.
yeah.
Like they have this huge wad of like a crowd of people, and they'll come up
No one
behind you, just
helps.
slip out your cameras and shit, or your phones and stuff.
Fucking a.
Yeah, so they're too afraid to ask now because people just tell them no.
Yeah. And like, sure, people pickpocket and mug you here too, but like, it's so much safer here compared to some other countries, and I do think we take that stuff for granted
I
sometimes.
wouldn't say it was safer like in the streets, but like on the field and stuff, it was probably not as safe. But like
Yeah.
if you walk in the streets, someone can just kill you because they want to.
Oh yeah.
There's no reason behind it. But in like in the Middle East and stuff, like if they kill you, it's for a reason.
Hmm.
There's not really any like psychopaths. You never hear about that
Right.
in the war, you know.
Hmm. End that war.
Mm.
I love how gracefully Stallone climbed on the horse. He just like swung his legs up. He's on an Italian stallion.
Yeah. You know what's
But
funny is
yeah.
you probably had to train like crazy for that. I used to ride horses and it's not easy.
Oh no. Clearly not.
Like I could never go fast because uh I'd always slide right off.
Yeah.
Went to my dad and broke my hip. That's why if I ever have a trouble walking because of my back, it's because I hit my hip and I got like a fracture on it.
Shit.
Yeah. So like if my back starts hurting, it's because of that.
I see. I tell you, my back's starting to hurt because of how pointless this scene is.
It's backbreakingly pointless.
This literally is what made me hate this movie. Is that
Yeah,
they waste like,
but it's
huh?
only like I don't know 3 minutes. It's out of a
It's
100-minute
so
movie.
it's so painful to listen or so painful to sit through though.
Yeah, it's like a feel good moment, and it's like I like this scene though because it's a feel good moment. You feel safe, and then these Apache helicopters come in and terrorize. It reminds you that
I,
you're not safe.
yeah, I see where you're coming from. I just remember the first time I saw this, I was actually like literally angry about this. I was like, why are they showing? I was like, you're going here to save your fucking brother in arms, and you're wasting time playing a fucking sport.
That is true.
It's like, what are you doing?
Oh damn.
It's like you're wasting time for Troutman, who's
Yeah, and
being tortured.
plus if he wasn't playing that game, by the time the Apache helicopters came, he would have been long gone.
Yeah, he probably would have noticed them coming. Even.
Yeah.
I know you said it's 3 minutes, but this is like so painful for me to sit through.
Well, the game I mean was like 3 minutes, but this part isn't.
I like. Uh, maybe I hate it. Maybe I'm being too hard on it, but I hate this scene so much. Like, if they just showed them playing it in the background and explained it for a second, I wouldn't mind. But the
Yeah.
fact that they actually waste time in the movie on this.
You know what? I can't remember what they called that. Squibs, blood squibs. That's what they called it.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, they call them the practical blood squibs. They can do it practical or CGI or CG, and
Uh-huh.
I like how they have practical squib effects in these two movies.
True that.
Because in part four they go full CGI.
Yeah. I mean, it looks pretty good in part 4 still.
Yeah, it does. It looks very violent, and bloody.
And maybe this is just me being harsh on the movie again. And I agree with what you said. Like, I see how it would make sense. Like, they're having fun, so like it feels safe, and then this happens all of a
Yeah,
sudden.
it's a
Like, I see
reminder.
that. Yeah.
But
Part of me feels
still,
like if they were just setting up their uh infiltration still, and this just immediately happened, or if they were just walking around and this immediately happened, I feel like that would have been a little more effective. I don't know.
it would have worked better as if they showed them playing the game, and then Rambo was getting ready to leave, and he'd never played the game. Then they just came and attacked.
Yeah, something like that. I think that would have been like more effective because like
They're like, no, we gotta
the
have Rambo
act-
ride a horse.
yeah, like I know I'm being too hard on this movie because I know it's not as bad as I'm saying it is, but it's like if I want to watch a Rambo movie, this is like not one I'll ever go to
It was like
unless
my
I
least
watch
one.
it. Yeah, unless I watch it with someone like you. It's like like you said earlier, it's enjoyable when you're watching it with someone, but
Yeah, or someone who actually gets what's going on too.
yeah,
Because a lot of people can just look at this and be like, "Oh, it's gunfire."
pretty much like part 2.
Yeah,
But even part 2, its message was cheesily forced into the plot, but like I didn't mind for some reason.
yeah,
Because I guess what happened, because it flowed with the plot, and what happened did make you angry, which is what it tried to do. It tried to make you angry with how these fucking pencil necks were like at the
yeah.
time,
I think they can control everything.
and still are, not just at the time.
Yeah,
But then this movie, it's clearly trying to have a message, but like I don't know why I don't gravitate to it. I guess it's one of those unexplainable things for me.
yeah. It's neither you love it or hate it kind of movie.
I think so. Like the
It's really
action's not bad.
yeah. There's this middle ground that doesn't exist. Like you can like the action, but you can hate the rest of the movie and stuff.
I can see that because like the action's not bad.
Yeah,
Like, this is kind of interesting. Like, he doesn't have any weaponry. He's just trying his hardest to get to
Get
that
his friend
MG
back.
over there. Yeah.
Yeah, but like, I like how they never brought anything else but war into this movie. Like, they could have put religion in there, and it would have been messy.
Yeah, true. I feel like
Like,
religion almost never works in movies.
yeah, I mean, especially war movies. Like, oh,
Oh, yeah.
why would God do this? I'm like, well, maybe. It's just,
God's like the last thing people want to think about when they watch a brain dead action movie.
yeah. See, that's what kind of pisses me off about this scene is that they did this whole entire thing to prove his point. So they went like extra long by having the game go in, make him feel because he's thinking that they're safe. So much like the game in his story, they think they're safe, and then when the helicopter comes in, everything's fucked.
Yeah.
So it's like it's symbolic, kind of.
I see what you mean. And this is nice. Like, you don't get very many quiet moments in this series, and this is one of them.
Yeah, I think this actually. Now I think the game scene actually fits with the movie because, like, he's like think of the game as Rambo, and then the attack as the guy who was talking. Rambo thinks it's safe, but he knows it's not. So when the game is
You kind of let
interrupted,
them down.
yeah, it connects. You know.
I can kind of see that, like how he is now.
Yeah, now he's like the attackers.
Now that you mention it, I think this also fits with like Troutman saying like you're a war machine. I guess he's almost like he decided to play the game because he's like, you know what, I don't like war. I don't like being a war machine. My time's over. So he decides to play for a little bit, and then this happens. So he realizes maybe if he kept fighting, this wouldn't have happened, or it wouldn't have been as bad, rather.
Yeah, see, the game has multiple reasons to be in the movie. Now,
I guess I see that, yeah. Because
yeah.
I didn't really see that when I was younger. I was just kind of
Well, you were
like,
younger too. Like, and no one else, you didn't have anyone else's opinion to try to mold your own. You know.
yeah. Even when like I start watching it, though, like even today when I started watching it, I was just like, why are you doing this?
Yeah, but like,
Now
you
you see
usually have.
how it is here. Yeah.
Yeah, I like how it's two. Like, you need like two opinions to get this movie to work.
Yeah. Maybe I'm just too fucking nitpicky.
Well, no, I've gotten more nitpicky as I've gotten older, so it's only
Yeah.
natural. So, I mean, if you look at it at surface level, the game is a kind of pointless, but
Hmm.
it really, I think it serves for symbolism.
I can see that. Yeah.
I like how he's checking for landmines and shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
And I guess that helped him connect with these people more. The
uh,
game, I mean.
I mean, like that's really kind of clever, you know? Like
Yeah, I can
how
see
they're
that.
checking for landmines.
Yeah.
Like they could have gone in really fast, but what good would that have done?
Right. You wouldn't just run in head on if you were
Yeah,
in there in real
it's not like
life.
in Korea where the landmines are harder to plant.
Right.
You can hide them in the sand so much easier than in the mud.
True dat. Like for sure.
Oh, he's
Rambo.
so this time he can't lift him; he has to crawl underneath.
Nope. I
And I just feel like something got caught. I think something does, doesn't
think so, yeah.
it?
This movie's already halfway over.
Dude, it's more than halfway over.
It's fucking crazy.
It's got like less than an hour.
Shit. I don't know, like
I mean, this could either be better than part two or a little bit worse. I'm thinking it's better than part two, to be honest. Now,
objectively better.
no, like storytelling wise.
I agree with that because part two was like the story was an excuse for the action and their politics.
Mm.
I have like a hard time thinking about it though. Like part 2, at the very least,
Knows what
if
it
you
was.
wanted, I guess it's like if you want to know what happened to him after First Blood, here's a story for you. If you just want to see explosions, here's something for you. Even though it wasn't a good story,
Yeah.
then this one, it tries to have a good story, but I'm not entirely sure whether or not they succeeded, I guess is what I'm saying. Because
But would you rather have a story that tried or a story that didn't try? You know.
that depends. Like, if the film's still entertaining enough, I don't really mind, you know?
Yeah. But like part two, it's a lot more entertaining. But
Hmm.
I don't know. It's just I've gotten older. Entertainment doesn't sell it for me. It has to be a good story and everything too.
I can see that, yeah.
And this
I
one's
feel
not.
that way sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, like this one's not boring or anything. You know. Like
I
there's.
take back what I say now that I'm watching it with you. I assume that's why I'm not bored this time,
Well, no, also
but
because
like,
we're both realizing things about it. So
yeah, like this is the second time I've ever seen this movie, so
yeah, same. First time I was like,
me too. I completely hated this movie the first time I saw it.
yeah. I think I liked the jungle setting more, and that's why I liked it more in the second
Mhm.
one
Yeah,
rather than the desert. But I
me
can't
too.
really. That's not like you can't really base your opinion on what the film's setting is. That can't be enough to give it a better rating than the movie that has a
Right,
weaker setting.
right, exactly.
Plus, I don't think this has a weaker setting because there's caves, there's a prison, there's
Like they're actually doing stuff here. Like
yeah.
in part 2, he used the terrain to his advantage sometimes, like when he was hiding under the rocks when he jumped out of the water. But this, it's like it's actually tactical. Like they have these caves where they know where to go, and
Yeah, plus by this point in part two, he would have shot a couple people with an arrow, but this time he hasn't killed anybody.
that's I didn't think of that. Yeah,
He's being way more tactical. He would only kill if he absolutely had to. I feel like the only
like
time he absolutely had
this,
to is when the guy had the gun on the girl.
right? But I do see a lot more brains in this movie than part 2.
Yeah, it's directed by somebody else too, so
Yeah, like
it's Peter MacDonald. He directed let's see, what else did he direct? Nothing much. Yeah, oh
no.
my god.
What do you do?
The Neverending Story 3.
That's like supposed to be one of the worst movies ever, isn't it?
Yeah.
Shit.
I am surprised.
Rambo 3's on that list too, right? Don't worry, I'm
No.
kidding. I'm
No, I
kidding.
know.
But I remember one of my complaints about part 2 was that Rambo was just going around shooting people. He didn't really use his skills often. Like the only time he really used his his survival skills in any way was when he hid in the mud.
Yeah. See, that's clever. You hide underneath with the tank going by.
Oh yeah, that's definitely like here.
Uh,
He's actually using more military, like you said. He's being more tactical, like when he was with the mines and shit.
I like how we switched from hating on this movie to hating on part two. Well,
I
not
think I still
necessarily
prefer
hating, but
part 2 though.
yeah.
But like, I feel really oddly about these two films. Like, I'm 100. I'm completely definite on how I feel about 1 and 4, but then 2 and 3, I have such mixed feelings on. Even though I enjoy 2 a lot.
Yeah, but that guy that you showed me, the YouTuber, he did a video on like ranking the Rambo series.
Oh yeah, I wanted to bring that up too.
Yeah. I forgot
Like
what he said, but he preferred this over part two.
he did say that, yeah.
Yeah. I'll have to watch it again because I don't know. Maybe we have the same opinions. So I think he did mention the game. I'm not sure.
I think he did too, but yeah. How could I forget his channel name? But it's a video called "What Happened to the Rambo series," and he just does like a retrospective on them. He's a really
Yeah.
knowledgeable guy. Um, I'll find the video and you can put it in the description.
I I found it. It's
Uh
George Rockadale Schmidt.
Definitely everybody watching this, please sub his channel because he's fucking amazing. Even though I forgot his name.
It's like, what is his name?
He has kind of a complicated name though. Like after George, I
Yeah.
kind of forget everything else.
No, I'm look. I see it now. It's George Rock L. Schmidt.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the guy. I'll put the link to the video in the description.
Gotcha. So this is the better story than part two, but part two is the more entertaining movie. I guess that's where I stand.
Yeah, but then you have to think about which do you prefer, an entertaining movie or a better story in a movie.
It depends for me, because like there are some wicked entertaining movies where I do get mad at plot holes and inconsistencies, but then there are some really good story movies that I'm bored at. It's like
Yeah.
there's more than just those two things that drag me into a movie. Like style's a big one for me. I like really not super art housey movies, but like movies with big personality to them. Like as good a story as First Blood is, it could have been a boring movie, you know?
Yeah, they had no action or anything, just sort of like a thriller, or not thriller, a drama.
Or even if the action had like no tension or anything to it, you know?
Yeah.
And I complain about people who compare sequels to better movies all the time, but I have a hard time separating this from First Blood.
Yeah.
Like, the changes are so drastic for both the sequels.
Yeah, but so like in Rambo's context, so you want a more entertaining action movie, which Rambo had, the first Blood had some action, or do you want a more story driven movie like the first Rambo?
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Like First Blood struck that balance. I think it's one of the only movies that perfectly like does
Balanced.
action,
Yeah.
yeah, action and good story at the same time. It like does them so superbly. Like movies like Casino Royale are like that. Movies like I'm trying to think of more, but hey, there's Troutman. But I
Oh,
think
he fired.
he farted.
Fired.
Of course he did. Stupid kid.
Well, no, it wasn't the kid who fired. It was the when he threw the knife at the other guy. He fired when he was dying.
Yeah, but if the kid wasn't stupid, it wouldn't have happened. The special, you can tell the budget's up. The special effects here are better than part two, I think.
There's a lot
I
more.
like that when he dived down the stairs like
Yeah,
that.
there's a lot more blood squibs in this movie than the last one.
Yeah. Which I enjoy.
Yeah, it makes it more like. I've seen so many movies where they get shot and there's just dust.
Oh yeah. It's
Or
not
like
as satisfying.
there's nothing. They just die, and it's like you're not even bleeding.
Right. No, I really do like that. I really, really do like the action in this movie. It's very punchy.
Tactical. Yeah,
Yeah.
tactical too. But I liked how he was on a timer with the bombs and shit.
Right. It's very punchy and swift. That's the way I can describe it. First Blood, the action, or not First Blood, part two, the action was super fun and entertaining, but it was also kind of numb. Like this one, I feel like the action has a lot more energy to it.
Yeah, I can see that the second one was way more numb.
Yeah. Not like numb in a bad way though.
Right,
It's like
it's just like it's there. It's like wallpaper. That's
yeah,
how they
it's
describe.
like
That's how they describe John Carpenter's score. Like it's just in the background. It's wallpaper.
yeah. Oh, we got the fucking wood stuck in him. That looks painful as shit.
Yeah.
Oh, I just snapped it off. Shit.
Oh, I'm way ahead. Hold on. I'll wait like 10 seconds.
Okay.
Actually, wait at 15. So. Right.
I will say something else. I think this is a way better commentary than part two because I feel like this movie gives us a lot more to talk about.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Like part two is just a popcorn flick, but then I'm kind of seeing the merits more as we go on with this movie.
Yeah, I think it gets way too much hate that it doesn't deserve.
I think I focused too much on the beginning where there wasn't much happening.
Yeah, I mean, even then there was like they were still doing stuff.
Yeah.
Like it could have just been sitting in a room talking for 10 minutes, but instead they had like a 2 minute talking scene in a room, then they would cut to something else.
Right. I will say I do like the action in this one a lot more than part two, I think.
Yeah, the part two seemed too cheesy with the action.
Yeah. Even like more iconic stuff happened in part two, but like objectively here it's better.
Mm.
Like this doesn't have like super iconic action like the mud part or the rocket launcher part, but like
Yeah.
in general it's kind of like just more fun to watch, I guess.
Yeah, they're going through different locations and stuff instead of just staying in the jungle the whole time.
Yeah, like you said, going through the tunnels. Like these tunnels are different from the caves. They're like full of bricks. It's almost like a little sewage system.
Yeah, so they went from the desert to the prison to the caves. Not to the caves, to the stairway or brick stairway. Or
Yeah,
sewer. It's like a sewer, yeah.
true that.
And I think there is caves in this movie too. Yeah, there is one.
Uh-huh.
It's a really awesome scene too. Why would you turn your light on there though?
Right? So he can see Brian, that's why. I had too much Dunkin' Donuts. Shoot him. Don't shoot fucking explosives in a cave, you dumb fuck.
Especially like a sewer. That would make it
Yeah,
explode way more.
right? You're all gonna die.
Plus, I like how like that guy could have died right there, but they didn't kill him.
Yep. Come on.
Well, that was smart actually. He had him shoot the grating so they can get through after that explodes.
Oh yeah.
He did it again.
Ramby's smart, isn't he? Hey, that was like the arrows in part two when he just jumps out of the water and knows
Yeah,
immediately
that's
where
what I
to
was
fire.
saying.
Like, it feels like there's a lot more happening in this movie.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like it feels more warlike. Part two was kind of secret mission type thing, while this is like a full blown war. So I guess I see the difference, but
Damn.
like I feel like the stakes are higher in this one,
Yeah. That's a big dude.
isn't it? Fucking insane. This movie's already fucking. We have like almost a half hour left. I remember this movie going by way slower.
Oh.
Do you think I just had a bad first watch of this years
Yeah,
ago? I am enjoying it a lot more now.
yeah, me too. He's got the RPG. I missile launcher.
Yeah. Yeah, buddy. Explosions. Like, the pacing in this one's kind of interesting. It started off with, like, no action and nothing happening, but then the action, like, starts going and it never ends.
Yeah, you also got to look at when these came out, like 3 years after another.
Yeah. And when I say it never ends, I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean it more like, it does feel more warlike because, like, oh, that looks painful. Shit.
Oh, when he got
Oh,
hit.
yeah. Oh. Terrorist. Who is a terrorist? Bastard, destroy me.
Oh, there's the part where he says that line.
Yeah.
See, that's like saying religion, but it's not even close to having religion in the movie.
Right. Yeah.
It's like the bare bones, just like
Hmm.
like an action line.
God would have mercy. He won't.
Yeah,
But like,
yeah. The movie only has half an hour left. Holy crap!
that's fucking insane. This movie, I remember it being like a slog to get through.
I think it's just because the setting, like it's in a desert, you feel tired.
Yeah.
Like if you're ever in the desert trying to walk aimlessly for hours, you'd be like, "Fuck, I'm tired."
Right. I'm saying all this stuff, but I think I still prefer part two.
It could
It's like,
just
I
be
guess
nostalgia talking.
maybe. Like, I'll admit this is a better movie so far, but
Just the idea of part two.
I, yeah, like some of the scenes in part two. And part two is just like an easy to watch movie. Then this one's like not
As you gotta
as,
think about it more. Yeah.
yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. Yeah. And like, I don't care about the characters at all in this one, except for like Trotman.
Yeah, but like in the first one, you don't watch it for the action, you watch it to think about it.
It's like okay,
And the only,
yeah, I do agree with that.
and the only characters you cared about in the first one were Troutman and Rambo because you hated everyone else.
Exactly. And like, I'll admit First Blood is also a movie I wouldn't watch very often. It's like a movie I have to watch once in a very long while.
Yeah. Oh man, this part is so painful.
Yeah, I remember actually enjoying this scene a lot. I was cringing.
Yeah.
It's a very good looking movie, you got to admit.
Yeah. It's good, like nicely lit too. Oh, he's pushing out the stick or bullet or whatever.
I can't even
Oh,
imagine
he's
it.
digging it out. Oh,
I shriek with pain.
he might stub my toe for Christ's sake.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
he's
shriek.
pushing it out the other side.
Yeah, I shriek with pain when I get hand sanitizer on a cut. He's
Oh yeah,
pouring
same.
alcohol on a wound and pushing metal out.
Mm.
And now he's gonna like explode it through him. Uh
That's one way to cauterize it.
oh. Just watching him put the bullet in there is like killing me.
No, he's not. He's just putting the powder in.
Well, the powder, yeah, just like that's killing
If he
me.
put the bullet in, it wouldn't have shot or anything. It would need like a chamber and shit.
Don't do this to me, Johnny.
Oh,
Oh,
that was a damn good effect though.
oh yeah. Oh,
You wonder how they did that.
they actually put a hole through Stallone and then had him lit it on fire. Except they used gasoline, not gunpowder.
Oh Jesus, that would have been worse. It'd still be
Uh,
burning.
yeah.
No.
I guess even like in part two, as stupid as the girl was, I at least cared about her because she was kind of fun and she was like a entertaining field operative during the action scenes.
Yeah.
And I wanted to see Murdoch get his ass kicked. This one, I don't feel any of that at all. Like, I don't care about the characters as much. I don't.
Yeah, but
Sorry, I keep saying the same things over and over again.
but like in part one, you don't care about anyone but Troutman and Rambo. And this one, you don't care about anyone but Troutman and Rambo.
Yeah.
Well, the only other person I can think of they can care about in First Blood is the redheaded cop.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
But not even like to them. Probably about the same amount as you would care about the kid in this movie.
Yeah. Like, I do think it's a much better movie. I just still think it's like my least favorite. Like, still. It is better than I always gave it credit for. I'm gonna admit it's not even over, and I'm saying that.
Yeah, it could. By the end, it could be your favorite next to part one, and I mean more favorite, better than part two in your opinion. But we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, I'm enjoying this cliff climbing scene. Like, I have a
It could,
thing
it,
for I have a thing for mountain climbing scenes in action movies.
yeah. Plus, it could have gone on for so long, but only took like a minute.
Brian is Cliffhanger, a remake of this.
Oh no.
Because he's climbing. I do really, really like. Sorry, what's Troutman's actor's name again?
Richard Crenna.
I really, really like his performance in this movie.
Yeah.
And like, I love that they gave him more to do. That's like my favorite thing in this movie so far.
Dude, that you gotta be. That's pretty cool. Like he had to run really fast to make sure he didn't shoot.
Yeah,
Signal anything.
that's like how I play stealthily in Far Cry.
Yeah, imagine if he didn't see him. That would have been like a lot easier. But
Yeah.
because he did, he just charge straight at him.
Ugh. I just saw the flames from the flamethrower and I was like cringing. Anything involving heat in a movie really hurts me.
Yeah.
Remember what's gonna happen soon, the karate kick.
I forgot about that.
That was like when I gave up on this movie.
I don't even remember the karate kick.
Huh?
Oh,
John. Yeah, kill the traitor.
how do you throw a knife like that and not cut your fingers off?
Right?
Yeah.
A bit of his training with the sticks is coming in handy now.
Oh, did he kill the weasel?
Right.
Yeah, I don't know if he did or not.
I do love this too when Troutman and Rambo are both teaming up in the field.
Yeah,
Because like this is the only time.
Part of this.
Yeah, this is the only time they ever team up with each other in the series, and he trained him. He's the one who got him into this life and stuff.
Yeah,
And
I think it's like the best send off for his character.
yeah, I agree with that. Like if they tried to put him in part 4, if he was still alive, it wouldn't have worked.
No, he would be in like 80.
Yeah, and it just would have felt forced.
Yeah.
Can you find it? I'm sorry, I love their interactions. I think they both have like great on-screen charisma together.
Chemistry, yeah.
Or chemistry. Well, charisma, yeah, but like chemistry too, yeah.
Mm.
Chemistry's the correct word, rather.
But you got all the missiles there.
Kill him. Too many missiles there for school.
I like the detail. Like it seems like the women have been attacked and raped and shit. It doesn't seem like they're all pristine anymore.
Yeah.
It's like it's a good attention to detail.
Exactly.
Like of course they would have been attacked and shit.
True. He touched his butt. Shit. Hey, stole your helicopter, bitch. Hold on.
It's amazing how easily you could take that on an Apache helicopter, apparently.
Right? There.
Oh jeez.
That was quite a scream.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, there's blood
God.
splatter on the screen.
Yeah.
That was crazy. Like they have that shot while he's in the air and they still have the blood squib.
I do love that blood splatter on the camera. That's a nice detail.
Yeah.
Oh, there's yet another Rambo game I forgot to mention. There's Rambo 3 for Sega Genesis, which is a very good game.
I believe there would be one for each movie.
Yeah. There's actually, yeah, there is one for each movie except for 4. There's not one
Yeah.
for 4. Because for First Blood, the one that came out in 2013, you play through First Blood's story, so I would consider it that.
I'm surprised this got rated R. You know, like they had the balls to make it rated R.
I agree with that.
Like it's a huge budget movie,
And they didn't care. They decided to keep going with what they wanted to do, you know?
yeah.
I guess because the name was big enough, like, just because
Yeah,
of
that too.
First Blood and especially Part 2, it became like a sensation at the time.
I like how the helicopter's already out of flames. It's like, what?
Yeah.
Um,
We have to find them immediately.
pancakes.
That's pretty cool too, though, that they're actually speaking Russian, because a lot of movies would just have them speak English for our convenience.
Yeah. And then there are those movies that'll fake the language.
Right.
Make it like inaudible and then make it sound like they're trying to speak a foreign language.
Right. I was making fun of the film's message earlier, where it's like Rambo has to accept he's a war machine, but I think the movie's doing a decent job at letting the audience accept that. That's a nice callback. I like that
Not
callback.
really.
I don't remember that.
Where he said, I tell you to ignore pain. He's like,
Yeah.
he's like, you tell me to ignore pain. How's it working for you? It's not really, or something like that.
I like that. I'm sorry. I love their interactions together. They're like an adorable couple. Find some cover, man. I can't wait for that karate kick that's coming.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, with the rope and everything.
Yeah. Was this the bow and arrow?
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
These
Together.
yeah, these past 2 minutes kind of feel like fan service,
Yeah, he puts that bow and arrow together so fast.
right? Oh, in the Sega Genesis game, this is actually a part instead of that's funny. Instead of normal boss fights, you go in third person and you have to use an arrow to take out a chopper. That's what like every boss fight is. The graphics are pretty good at the time too.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Bombs down the butthole.
Ooh.
Ah, ah, ah.
Another run scene that's awesome.
I forgot how good these movies are at like immersing you in pain.
Yeah.
Well done. Well done. That's fucking funny. I'm sorry, I can't wait for the karate kick. This is kind of nice though, because Troutman got John out of jail. Now Rambo's getting him out of fucking Russian
Hear what he said to
peoples. Which line?
He's like, I'm sorry I got you into this, John. He's like, no, you're not.
Yeah. That's fucking awesome. This is kind of tense.
Yeah. The music too. It's the wind.
Yeah, the wind is what's really interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know many movies that play wind effects in a cave, like a little tunnel shaft windy thing.
You would think there would be too.
Yeah.
Not night vision. That's cool.
Ain't it?
Your worst nightmare. Zoom in on the face. It reminds me of Murdoch. And he's like, I'm coming for you.
Yeah. Tis like that.
Tis a bit.
Stab.
Oh, nice.
I like that.
I think you're a little bit ahead, but that's fine.
I am, but yeah, it's fine. Stealth. I love how he has a fucking glow stick on.
Oh, they all.
Oh.
That's clever. That eye shot was
Those
actually pretty
eyes.
cool. Yeah.
That was cool. I can like smell the gunpowder in this cave.
Yeah. At least she was smart and didn't take the shot.
Right.
I got them both anyway.
It's fucking amazing.
You ain't gonna take me alive. Oh, damn.
Yeah, drop, man. What are friends for? I was hoping he'd say something funny after.
Yeah.
Imagine being tortured like he was and still being able to run through the desert, shoot people, and climb up a rope.
Yeah.
Boom.
How many guys were down there?
50. Karate kicks coming in a bit.
Yeah.
How do you still climb like that when you have a wound right there? Holy shit.
Just touch of more pain.
It's not working very well for him, though. Here's that
doesn't
guy.
he get up there and grab him?
Yeah. John. Oh, imagine being pulled up by your neck.
How did he get up there after being near that explosion, too?
Right? It's a big burly dude.
That's gonna be scary getting your eyes get gouged in.
Yeah. I would quit the army.
Yeah.
Oh, that must have hurt without a shirt.
Yeah. Your neck is too fat, I can't break it.
Pretty much.
He's trying to break his neck, but he's too fat.
He has an idea with that rope.
Yeah. Oh, right in that spot where he had to cauterize.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You can wait for the karate kick?
I break your back.
No, don't do it. It looks like he was humping him for a second. Oh.
Or he pulls the pins.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. Don't die, Rambo.
Here it comes.
Karate kick.
It goes down.
The karate kick wasn't even
Oh,
as
the
over the top as
sound
I
too.
remember.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, but his neck snaps. Just like
Yeah, no, the sound in the cave, the pew, because of the explosion.
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome.
Ate it.
This movie's got like 10 minutes.
That was a quick film. I remember it being really long and boring. Fuck him. Oh, what I do now? Fuck him.
We spared no expense with this attack.
Nope.
He was just lucky, I guess.
All this just for 2 people.
You'd be surprised.
True. Somehow I don't believe him. Yeah, sure. That's what the cops said. Fuck him. There's a lot of dudes to fuck. Hope you got plenty of lube. Surrounding themselves. Fuck him. Fuck him. Yay for bulletproof glass.
Yeah, I guess. Well, it's just a trench right there. Imagine if there wasn't.
They might be dead.
Why don't they just? Oh, the car crash. Never mind. Imagine if they did wipe them all out by themselves. That'd be hilarious.
It wouldn't be far off from the series.
Yeah.
They're being saved.
Yeah, the rebels are coming.
Yeah, buddy. What is that? Horses. It's horses. Yay, it's the living daylights. It's the rebels.
It's the rebels.
They're gonna die and I wouldn't have done anything. Cha-ching.
Cha-ching, cha-ching.
Seeing this makes me want to play the game now.
Sure. Oh, man. Oh, I remember the end of this now. The ending is so awesome.
Yep, it really is. That's one of the things I liked back in the day watching it.
Yeah. Oh, don't Troutman.
Troutman, no!
No.
I don't remember him getting shot.
I think I did. I wasn't sure. I thought he did, though.
Yeah.
He's still going. Just a fun movie.
I agree. Traumats on them.
What will trauma with the flamethrower?
Oh no.
Rambo
With the
on horseback.
Molotov. Yeah.
Oh no.
Just like riding in slow-mo. Oh my god, that was funny. They're putting him through a lot more pain in this too.
Why would you use the Molotov cocktail on a tank?
Because that'll work. Just like
Yeah.
shooting a tank. You can definitely see where the budget went.
Yeah, to the end fight, probably.
Even the middle fight in the base was really like
Yeah.
well done.
Dude, the tank versus helicopter.
Yeah.
The fight you never knew you wanted but still got.
Exactly. Boom.
I like how they're firing at each other.
Right?
They keep
In the
missing.
crossfire. Yeah.
Imagine if he charged at him with a horse.
I would die. Like literally die.
Just stuff the bomb in the horse's pouch and be like, jumps off
Yeah,
at the last
buddy.
second. I like how everyone just stopped. Oh. Oh, damn, he
Tank.
got him.
Yeah.
Nice.
Fuck yeah. Ah! Every time Rambo screams, I love it. Ah! Rambo died.
Rambo can't die. Rambo
Nope.
lives on in a bloody pulp. Oh, Horror Addict was here. She said, "Hey, Brian. Sorry I missed your comment. I was in the middle of watching an amazing movie called Rambo 3, which Matt does not give enough credit for.
Don't kid yourself. It's not amazing. It's good.
It's good."
I do like it a lot. Like very, 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 very much more than I did previously.
First time. Yeah.
This is only the second time, like I said earlier, that I've seen this.
Yeah. So now which one do you prefer, part 2 or 3?
It's really hard. I kind of lump them in the same.
Yeah, I think I go part 3, actually.
Yeah.
It's got his jacket back on.
Jacket for back.
Means my war is over.
But John, it's never over. That hair grew 10 inches.
I know, right? The scene was probably shot later.
Most likely, yeah. I am like satisfied that it's over. Not that I'm happy it's over, but more like I'm satisfied that they're done with like everything they've been doing. No. You keep it. Good luck. He's like actually thinking about it. He's like, what? No. He never really bonded with him. It's more like the kid enjoyed him.
Yeah.
Aw, that was nice of him.
Get to lift his leg into the truck.
Yeah.
Imagine if it was like, you should have stayed.
Should you stay or should you, Rambo?
It's getting soft. You just took the whole fucking army.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just the part where they write the film is dedicated to the gallant people of Afghanistan.
Yeah.
Uh, didn't like there wasn't there a part where it said the war was over?
I thought
Yeah, maybe it was right before.
maybe. But yeah, here's the awesome credits song. I'm kind of sad. I want to see more. What?
The road is long.
Is long.
It's like they got the jazzy singer.
Many a winding turn.
It's like if the first theme was jazz orientated, it'd be like, "It's a long road."
Yeah. I'm actually pretty satisfied with this film going the
Yeah,
second time around.
I really
It
am
was
too.
Charles
More
Bronson and Bill Murray's son,
yeah,
Charles Murray. So you said you rank it above part 2 now?
yeah, I do.
Good. I rank it above part 2 just because of the credits song.
It's probably more than that, dude. Come on.
I feel really weird about 2 and 3.
Yeah, they're totally like opposite, but not opposite. It's kind of
Like you could lump them together. There's something that feels very similar about them.
they're mindless, dumb action movies that have a message.
Yeah. Then like 1 and 4 feel very similar together, but like the opposite of 2 and 3.
Yeah,
I like enjoy it as part of the series, but like as a movie itself, I don't know if I'd watch it very often on my own. Like I think I need someone else to enjoy it with.
it's a long road to watch these movies on your own.
Yeah, especially when we start part 4 next in the next 10 minutes.
What?
We're starting part 4 now, Brian.
No, actually, I got to make sure we have the same edition because I have the extended cut.
I believe I have the extended cut too. Let me take a look.
Well, I'm gonna go to bed after this.
Well, yeah.
It's funny. I'm not that tired, but I want to go to bed.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that, Mr. Stallone's trainer, George Pipasek.
Yeah. I have the special edition. I don't know if it's the extended one though.
I can check mine, but yeah, I think we'll end it here unless you want to talk about Rambo 3 some more.
If you're up for it, I would like to.
Sure. What do you want to talk about? I think we covered everything.
Honestly, my only flaw with it, I feel like if the beginning wasn't slow and if the beginning wasn't if it didn't have pointless shit like the game, like I know we kind of agreed it was a little bit of a point, but it still like kind of slowed the movie down. I feel like it could have been cut. Like it still feels like a pointless shoved in scene.
It was more for Rambo to realize than the audience, but it could have been for the audience too.
Yeah, but even then it just feels silly. It feels like a waste of time. It feels like a vacation movie, like, oh, here's what you can do when you go on a trip to Afghanistan. It doesn't really feel like a necessary part of the movie, and I feel like it feels like a big bruise on what is otherwise very smooth, clean skin. I know that's a really weird
I get what you're saying, but like also you want to feel safe when you first get to somewhere, and then they help you feel safe with that game, and then when the shit starts happening, you stop feeling that way. Then throughout the rest of the movie, you're on edge, and before that, you're kind of on edge. But then when you get there, like, oh, this isn't so bad, and then the shit starts happening.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. Like I see where you're coming from.
Like it's for Rambo, but it's also for the audience because like this was a message to audience members to take notice of what's happening, and Rambo was kind of like us, the audience, in that regard.
Like I do see that, but like I would have cut it personally.
I wouldn't have. I probably would have made it a little bit shorter. But
Maybe.
But like cutting out half a minute or something would have flowed a lot better.
Maybe, yeah.
Because, or maybe, like I said before, have Rambo see them playing the game, and then they work around that, and then while he's leaving, the Apache helicopters come, and then he comes running back to warn them, but it's too late.
Yeah, right. I agree with that.
But
Like,
I
it
think
could have been cut.
no, I think they should have included the game to show Rambo and us that there is some humanity left and that it's safe. And then when he's going but he doesn't play the game. He just goes out and then he comes running back
Yeah,
to warn them.
exactly.
So to be in the
I love
background.
the ending. It says, "Read the novel by David Morrell." You pieces of shit trying to get us to buy stuff. But I agree with you. Like, I agree with you. If he didn't play the game, like if he just witnessed it a bit, it would have been more impactful and it wouldn't have felt as silly.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So those are my final. I would give it as a rating. I would give it like a 7.
Wait, what would you rate the other two first?
First Blood is easily a 10 out of 10, like no doubt for me. Part 2 I would give a 7, and then this I would give a 7.5.
I'd probably give
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, that's fine. We didn't watch 4 yet, so.
Yeah, I'd probably give First Blood a 10 out of 10.
Uh-huh.
Rambo First Blood Part 2 a 6 out of 10.
Yeah.
And Rambo 3 a 6.5.
Well, that's fair.
Yeah. Because I don't think they're up to
10 out of 10.
Yeah, I don't think they're up to like 7 or higher because usually that means like it's a stellar movie. But there could be, like a stellar movie that could have improvement. But Rambo, the sequels kind of feel like they're more geared towards entertainment purposes.
Yeah.
So
I guess going by that, I would also give a 6 in that regard. Yeah.
Yeah, and based on what you remember, what do you give Rambo, the 2008 movie?
I have seen that like 4 times. From what I remember, I do think it's a pretty excellent film for what it is. Out of a rating, I would give it an 8, I think.
I'd probably go 7.5.
Yeah, that's fair. I can agree.
But also, I should probably try to make it more clear because I rate my movies differently, or the movies that I review differently. So the first one would probably be like a 4.5 or 5 out of 5. Second would be a 3 out of 5. Third would be a 3 or 3.5 out of 5. And judging on based on what I remember for the fourth one, probably a 4 out of 5.
That's all fair.
Yeah, like there's none that actually suck or anything. It's just
that's a good thing about this series. None of them suck. Even if they have their low points at parts, but they don't suck.
So before we sign off, thanks for James Monk's Trailers, Gunshot Duram, Ben Grimm, and Horror Addicts for joining us while we were checking out the movies.
Yes, thank you very much, especially for our technical errors on my part.
Yeah, well, I like that we didn't stop it, though. We could have stopped and had to restart it. That would have made it much longer.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah, I wouldn't have wanted to do that. It would have been torture for everybody.
But, all right, I think I'm going to end it here. Do you have anything else you want to say?
All I want to say is thanks for watching. Keep watching. Stay tuned for Rambo 4, as it should have been titled.
Or John Rambo, like it is titled in some areas.
Yeah, that would have been a better title here, too.
Yeah. So, as always, Lion Brian Gatto, host of Horror Show Entertainment. Make sure to like my Facebook page in the description below, and also Obscure Media's YouTube page in the description below, and to leave comments. And
you better fucking check my channel out.
Subscribe.